for those we wouldn't mind another Tainted Strike, but in this pack it's clear pick. We get a Grasp of Darkness. Yeah, there's nothing apart from it that we wouldn't be interested in. Like Mamba is, don't want too many of those low end drops. So Grasp of Darkness. It's our first real removal. We have Withstand Death as a combat trick, but that was our first removal. Psychic Miasma will not be played either. Now we have 4 cards that we would be really interested in getting. There's a Grasp of Darkness, which I think will be the pick. There's a Contagious Nymph, an Ichthyrmere, and a Trygon. Those 3 cards, this gives us such great reach, the Trygon. The Mirror is totally fine. Contagious Nymph, as I said, I value those above the I forgot the name again. Icarats, but in this pack our third removal spell will be the pick. And here there is a Coppermere. There's another Herbalist. I'm not going to take that, even though it works fairly well in the Infect deck. I'm going to take this Mirror. I don't like Blackcleave Goblin at all. The time to get through with it gets through to your opponent's head is too few to make it worthwhile. Whereas the Coppermere actually helps us stay earlier fallen and whatnot. This pack, however, offers us a decision between the Necropede and the Tumble Magnet. I'm going to take the Necropede simply because it gives us another infect feature, and it also acts as quasi removal and has some synergies with Chronogeth and such. Tumble Magnet would be quite awesome for us, but in this pack I think that we have to go with the Necropede, and we're cutting the Vampire. This pack, I'm not too worried about the Shatter. We want to win with our normal guys, not with the artifact creatures, unless we have to. Blackcleave Cliff, I think, is worth 0.7 is worth something at least. I don't want to run 2 Chronogeths. They become redundant after the first one. So it's between taking the Shatter just to take it out of the equation, not having to worry about one, and the Blackcleave Cliffs, but I'm still taking the Shatter, even though for me it's quite a close call. This pack, there's a Trinket Mage. Sky Eel School might be annoying to us. Big Flyers tend to be annoying. Windhawk Idol. I think that the pick might be this school, and in a couple of packs we'll see if we get to wheel any of the nice cards that we were interested in. Asceticism. That's a good card in the Infect deck. Just saying that, okay, you have no choice but to chump with all your creatures because my guys regenerates. That's such a good card. The Trygon Wield, that's perfect for us. I'm still taking it above the Blackcleave Goblin. And here we have... I'm taking either the Necrogen Sensor or another Disperse. The blue deck, I might be a bit more worried about the multiple sensor deck. I've been totally owned by those in the past. another Trigon or a Razor Verge Thicket. I'm going to take the land this time because I'm not playing two Trigons. That much is for sure. I'm not worried about the Sea Strider, although it blocks a couple of times. It's still just a speed bump. It's not something to hate. Here we take. This time we take the speed bump because there's nothing else in the pack. Blister Grub, another Miasma. Genesis Wave will most likely not be played, although we have the only cards. It says permanents into play, which means that we only have 1, 2, 3 cards that will not hit play if revealed. Blister Grub is out, Sensor is out, a couple of normal mirrors will be in. This might be the deck here. It's a matter of if we want to run 16 or 17 lands, but with 2 mirrors and this normal aggressive start of a infect deck, makes me want to play 16 lands. We have some cards, some creatures that aren't infect, the Reaver and the Scudder, and I don't know if I have any alternatives to those, but yeah, and we didn't get any Tainted Strikes, which means that we have 2 non-infect, 4 non-infect creatures, 5 non-infect. We only have 8 infect creatures, but we do have a Trigon of Infestation, so we have an alternative way of winning. The deck actually didn't become that good, and I didn't see any strategy that would have been any better. So I think that I did as good as I could, but there were simply not enough action going around to provide us with any alternatives. So just adding our definite cards here. Withstand F is fine to have in the main. Cards that we might play in this file. That, Geth, Equity, Mirror stuff. What's not in the deck? Okay, that's interesting. Yeah, there's only 1 extra card. That's a Bleak Coven Vampire. I might actually play that rather than the Reaver because it's a bigger creature. It trades with larger things, and in general it's just bigger. We might not get the Metalcraft effect, but since it's late game, it's either or. We might or we might not. 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6, 7, 8, 9, 10. 10 artifacts. Genesis Wave, that's just for fun. We don't really know if we will ever pull it off, but if we do, it's a nice way to wrap things up. If not playing Genesis Wave, then it's just another creature. So it's either like this without the Genesis Wave and not having the opportunity to try it out, or with the Genesis Wave and cutting the Reaver. So if we go on the sort here again, we have our infect creatures, we have That's infect features basically, and more infects. So yeah, counting the enablers that produce infect features, we have 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6, 7, 8, 9. 9 sources of infect features. I'd say that's okay, not good, but not as bad as it could have been. And we don't have the possibility of making that one of those decks where you have just a splash of infect, some solid infect guys. We don't have that possibility, unfortunately. So we can have we can have an explosive infect start. We just have to see, and we have the possibility of using a long game Chronogeth kind of start. Having to maining asceticism might be, yeah, it's good, but it might pose some problems. We'll see. So this is the deck as I will play it. The lands will be 16 lands, 9/7 with extra swamp, because having those Breath of Darknesses makes me want to have an extra source, as well as having the Leakoven Vampires. It's like we have these 3 double black, and we have these 2 double green, but we also have these activations. Oh, that's wrong thing to go around. The plus activations of the Phygons. So we might want to, 9 sources of black, 9 sources of green, including the mirrors. That might actually be a more solid build. Yeah, so this is the deck, and yeah, see you in round 1.